Hi everyone, today we are going to do an ink project. I haven't done an ink project in a little bit, so this is going to be fun. Let me really quickly send this over to my VIP group. If you are not a Couture designer and you would love to be in the VIP group, please comment VIP below. And we'll get you over there. Ink project. Heat. Hold on a second here. All right. Hi. I hope everyone is having a fabulous day. I'm so excited to do an ink project. I've been wanting to ink this on a pillowcase, and this is the No Rest for the Wicked. What's great about an ink project is, one, you can work a little bit slower. Two, is the fact that you don't have to fuzz. So these bigger transfers don't feel as intimidating, okay? This one is not one that has a different color on the back of its backer sheet. We're just going to use black velvet. I have a pillowcase that I actually bought off of Amazon, but we have pillowcases and you can dye them. I just have these ones that I actually found while cleaning out my chalk room. I didn't even know that I had them. Hi, Tina. So we are really going to quickly do this project. It is super easy. What's great about it is you can let it sit for 24 to 48 hours and let it dry. You don't have to dry it. But when you go to heat set it, you're going to use, and it tells you on the back of your transfer how to heat set. But if you're going to use an iron, you're going to do 4 minutes, one side, 4 minutes on the other side, meaning inside out. And you are going to use parchment paper as a barrier. If you're going to do it with a Cricut Easy Press, which I'm not telling you to go out and buy a Cricut Easy Press, but if I have one. So I use mine, and I am going to do 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds the other with parchment paper. Wax paper is not the same. You don't want to use wax paper because wax paper will actually melt to your project and it'll ruin your project, and we don't want that to happen. So we are going to take this out of its package, keep its packaging and its backer sheet because this is reusable, and you can use it between ink and paste, which is really, really cool. So if you want to do this on a t-shirt, you can do that on a t-shirt. You can do it on a pillowcase like we're doing. Hold on. I am writing on the back and putting my marks on there. I always do that. One, so I know how it goes on its back on its backer sheet. But I also will know how many uses I'm getting out of it. Sometimes we can do projects. I honestly forget how many projects we have done. I mean, it happens as weird as it sounds. I'm just trying to get this on here. So when you're doing anything that is on fabric, you definitely want to kind of start, you're going to want to start just off that silk screen, pulling it through, right? Now, there are some spots that are going to stick up a little bit because there's a zipper on the back of this. I do have an ink mat in here, and I will put all the goodies that we're going to use here today in this cart link. This one's just a little bit weird because of where that zipper is. Our other ones have zippers on the bottom, so just keep that in mind. So if you're like, wait a minute, you can do this on any pillowcase. You can do this on any material with ink. The difference between ink and paste is ink is semi-permanent until you heat set it, then it's permanent, and paste is washable. So you don't want to do paste on this because it's going to wash off. Unless you don't plan on ever washing a pillowcase, then you can, but that's a little weird. So, all right, let's move this down. Okay, so I'm actually going to start up here at the top. I did bring out my black velvet. You can see my ink is starting to get onto the bottom there, but I did stir it. There's lots of ink still in here. So just off that silk screen, you want to go and pull that through, spreading it out. And I will tell you this right now, you want to go in one direction with ink, up and down, side to side, but you want to stay with it with one direction. I always go up and down because, one, it's easier to control the ink that way and where it's going to go. And sometimes that silk screen, there's so much silk screen that it will pull up a little bit. You can pull it down kind of using your hands onto the material as well. Cute little bat over here. I know you guys can't see all of it because it's just a big project. I will show it all to you once we're done. So this is, I'm actually getting ready to start decorating for fall and Halloween. I do have an idea for this for my couch, so that's why I wanted to make it. Obviously it's a little early to decorate for Halloween, but for those people that love Halloween, it's not too early. Some people keep their Halloween decorations up all year long, and there's nothing wrong with that. If it makes you happy, I say do it. If you want to put your Christmas tree up and keep it up all year long, I say do it. Whatever makes you happy, which is great with our projects. So many different awesome things you can make. Now, we do have ink singles. I will tell you right now, one ink single will not do this because it's a big project. But, however, you could use a couple of them. I would say maybe 3, maybe even 4, depending on how much you're going to do this. How thick you're going to go with the ink. Now, I like to go a little bit thicker with inks because the ink is a little bit thinner than our paste. So you definitely want to make sure you're covering that silk screen. Like I said, there's no pull and chalk with this because this is actually a, it's not set yet. So you can work a little bit slower with our inks. Keep that in mind. If you're new to chalk, I actually had a group of girls who wanted to do an ink project for their first project, and they did an amazing job. They just blew my mind on how amazing they did, and it was their first project, and they did great. So don't think because you've never maybe done a chalk project before that you can't do an ink project. You absolutely can. Okay, it's the same concept. It's just you gotta heat set it instead of just drying it with a quick dry tool. I love this transfer as well. I thought as soon as I saw it, I was like, that would look so awesome on a pillow. That would look so cute. Now you could always do this on a surface as well, and maybe add some little glow in the dark paste to it. And you know, there's so many different things that you guys can do. Okay, so we're gonna pull this off. I'm actually gonna grab out another squeegee. Trying not to get myself into the ink there. And I'm actually gonna pull off the extra. And the only reason I'm doing that is because my other squeegee's got so much on it that I don't want there to be lines. That is the biggest thing. Making sure that everything is covered. I don't want lines. So I'm just making sure, like I said, everything is covered. Alright, so let's close that up. We're going to peel. We're going to do the pull and reveal, guys. This is my favorite thing to do. Okay, so turning out amazing so far. I'm going to have to grab it here. I'm just going to have to pull it toward myself. I'm trying not to get the ink on my shirts. It is semi-permanent. Hanging this up for right now. Sticking it to my table. I'm going to wash my fingers because obviously I have ink all over. I don't want to transfer that onto anything. So it turned out amazing. And it is going to look so good once it's finished. I'm actually going to heat set this. I'm going to let it sit 24 to to 48 hours. I have some other things I need to heat set, and I'm going to let it just sit here dry naturally. Let me lift this up so you guys can actually see it. It looks so good on this pillow. There it is. How awesome is that, right? It looks so good. So I'm just going to let it sit, let it dry naturally. Thank you. And we are going to just let it sit, like I said, and then I'll lay some parchment paper down and I will heat set it. Now, I have done videos where I've shown you guys how to do that. And if you still have any questions, just let me know. And of course, I will bump that video. But this looks so good. It looks so good, and I'm so excited that it turned out so well. And if you did ink a project, and let's say you get messed up, more than likely you could wash it, and it should come out. However, it's not always a guarantee. So if you are leery about starting with a project this big, I always recommend that maybe you start with like a banner or something like that. Or just go with it and just do something big like this. That's super cool too. All right, guys, you have a fabulous weekend. I have some videos posting this weekend so you guys can see some projects. Of course, as always, you can reach out to me if you have any questions. And I will also be putting the cart link in with this video so you guys can see how to get everything. You can always take it out, put it in. I will put in one of our pillowcases, and you can dye those because they are canvas. And if you don't want it, just take it out of the cart. And always round up with Watts of Love at checkout if you are just so awesome that you could do that. I love rounding up with Watts of Love. Every penny helps. So you guys have a fabulous weekend. Stay warm or cool wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.